All right, Odyssey 2, version 2.0.34 pre-launch. I'm going to be going over the release notes for that version here. We got about 4 bullet points, so I'm going to do some show and tell. The first bullet point here, for jobs that are related to order forms that are set to use Odyssey pricing, when users change the quantity of the job in Odyssey, the updated quantity will be reflected in the control center and in the print buyer's account, and the price change resulting from the updated quantity will also be reflected in the control center and in the print buyer's account. So I have a job here set up. I've already changed the quantities a couple times to play around, but I'm going to go ahead and change this quantity from 300 up to 500 and save. And then we're going to go over to the control center here, and I am going to refresh, and we will see the updated quantity for the same order. You will see here it shows 500. This is also reflected in the job journal. You can see I changed it from 300 to 500, so that's also reflected here. And if I go to my print buyer's account and I refresh, and it's just going to take a couple seconds here, and I'm going to go back into the work in progress tab and search for this order number, and you will see that this job right here now shows quantity 500 if I open it up. So throughout the various locations that this order is located, that quantity and that price had been reflected. And the second tab here, users are able to edit the notes related to an order. The notes related to an other answer that came in from the order form. And what this is referring to is if I go to this order here as an example, and I click on the little notepad or note icon, there's some order notes. Both of these answers were other from the order form. And we can go in here, let's say you receive an email from the print buyer or a phone conversation, and this might need to change so your production team knows what the answer has been updated to. You can change the other notes or the other answer to something else. So this is an other answer, and maybe I'll just change the size to 12 by 18 as an example. And I'll save both of these. I will close out, and I will go back in here and click on this notes icon, and there are the answers for the other that I had updated. So users are able to update other answers that are from the order form. This third bullet here, users will be able to utilize an internal chat feature to communicate with other print shop employees. I have a job here, and actually really any job, I should say. I'm going to zoom in. There's a little chat bubble at the job level. There's also a chat bubble for each process. And I have this set up here. I'll click on here. Previously, I was talking back and forth with my print buyer. With my internal employee. And so here I was, I'll send another note to my print shop employee. And I'm going to pull over my other screen. And this was at the job level. And if I go in here, and I bet I have to log back in. So let me move this guy over real quick. And I'll log back in. Well, I thought I was going to be able to log in here on my other screen. But what I was going to show is I'm able to, and Odyssey users are able to do a chat back and forth between print shop employees. Similar with the help bubble at the process level, if I click on here, we're able to converse, or you are going to be able to converse back and forth with your fellow employees. So I could even send an email to somebody else at the print shop, and maybe you have a question. Good evening, I have a question about this order. And send that off, and Melinda will receive that chat when she logs into her Odyssey account. So a really nice feature that's been added to Odyssey, where any job that's pending, in progress, or completed, or within each process of a job, you are able to chat between fellow print shop employees. And excuse me. And the last part of the release notes, the PDF for invoices. Just as a recap, under accounting and going to invoices here, we'll produce a list of completed orders, and if there's availability, create an invoice. You can generate an invoice, and I have one I already called up here to show you what I'm referring to. Here's an example invoice. This print buyer is tax exempt. You'll see parentheses exempt and a little star here. Customer has tax exempt status, and we have the ship to and the bill to nicely put together here on the left-hand side. Those are the release notes for version 2.0.34. Thank you.